What's up, guys? It's a beautiful day out. We decided to pull some of our cars out and line them up. We got the Lude, Hondaru, Wago, and Roman brought his car down today. You guys remember the Grinch?
Yep,
she's looking a lot closer to being up and running.
Almost.
What else does it need?
We're gonna do injector pigtails today, and then we're finishing up on the conversion harness, and hopefully, then it'll be firing up.
First startup today?
First startup today, yeah, hopefully.
That'd be sick. Yeah, you already got the Haltech ECU in there,
it's all mounted, everything's good to go.
all the boost pipes are done, battery mounted, wiring harness, your intake. It's looking great.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's coming along, and you got all the all-wheel drive stuff done, and the
it's all mounted, everything's
up
done.
under there is all good to go.
Technically.
Hell yeah. So Roman brought his car down for some last minute buttoning up.
Yep.
Got the hatch out here too, and then obviously the most high horsepower car we have, Purple Rain.
Yeah, don't forget
sitting
about
pretty.
Purple Rain.
Man.
But yeah, it's a nice day out, but we still got a lot to do today.
Yeah, we do.
We got to get Hondaru pushed right back in there and try to see what we can do on the cage, and we got some coolant stuff to figure out on this thing, and then I still am gonna try to get the dog box put into the Prelude for the trip, but I should have plenty of time to do that. We're gonna focus on Hondaru for today, and
get it done.
yeah.
I don't know where we're gonna run the exhaust pipe
You
yet.
gonna do a hood exit or?
We're thinking about either going up or going through the fender.
Ooh.
So we'll figure that out.
All right, so we got the cars pushed back in. We're letting Roman work on the Grinch inside. He has some more things he's trying to get done on this. And while he's working on that, we got Hondaru right here. And then this is a plate I brought from my house. This guy came off the MR2, and we have to redo the coolant lines because this K-Series is different. The head on this takes a coolant port in a different spot. The old one was right here by the intake, but this one is still in a similar place, but this guy actually bolts onto the back from factory. These have like a whole bunch of EGR stuff back there, and this kind of covers all that. This piece is from K-Tuned, and we're putting this one on Hondaru. We're gonna have to redo our coolant lines just a little bit, but Emilio is figuring that out right now. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna be spending pretty much the rest of the day working on his roll cage. I'll probably be working on this, up until we go to the event, because I still have a lot of work to get done on this thing. It's pretty much in the same spot where we left off, just have the main hoop bent. We do have a halo in here that I bent for my MR2 when I was doing the MR2's roll cage, and this one might work for his. That was just a scrap piece that I have in here just for mock-up, but long story short, I'm gonna start getting the main hoop together, get all the bars ran that need to go on that, get the main hoop into place, either use this halo or make a new one, and then tack the halo to the main hoop. Then we can bring all that up and ratchet strap it to the ceiling just like how we did my MR2, and then start building all the bars coming off of that, and then just getting everything in place. So I'll be really impressed if I can get this done in time, because it is a lot to do. The MR2 took me a solid week and a half, and the hatch took me like a couple weeks to do that one. So we only got a couple days to knock this out, so I apologize if we don't film every little step. I'll do my best to get as much of everything we're doing, but it's kind of crunch time right now, so we just got to get some stuff done. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the main hoop out of this thing and start getting that together, and we'll just go from there. You getting the injectors wired up right now?
Yep.
Yeah, and Roman's old lady brought us some food. Man. Thank you, Christina. Damn, she's hooking it up.
Hooked it up.
Go. Nah, looks good.
Wow, first time, no leaks. That's a first.
Hey, whoa, turn it off, turn it off.
What?
He's kidding.
You want to move that ground?
That's good. Just we just gotta get it to where it's level ish.
All right, let me get one more on top.
Okay.
Then it won't like break off.
Yeah.
Well guys, we are calling it for tonight. I got quite a bit done on the roll cage. I would have liked to get a little farther on it, but it is what it is. There's a lot of little things to finesse around, and I got the main hoop kind of in place, and I got this seatbelt bar fully welded up, and then I also got the halo in place and tacked where it needs to go. So now the next step for me is to pull these little vents out, and then we're gonna have to hole saw through those and make our down bars and just keep going from there. And then Emilio is getting some more done on the coolant side of things. He got that guy all painted. We had to wait on an O-ring to get that on.
Ran the hoses and stuff. This one we might have to route a little bit, but it'll still work. And the only other thing we need is this little piece that goes there. I forget what it's called. But everything else is
for right here. Yeah, we need to get that block off piece. We should have that coming. So
yeah, once we get
on
this,
the way.
then the coolant, all that will be done. So.
But yeah, that's where we're at right now. It's really not too far from being done once we get the cage knocked out. We were just running around doing a lot of other little things today as well. We also went and got a plug to get the welders up and going. Got that guy all done, and then Roman was messing with his car all day. We were hoping he could get it started up, but what was the problem with your car?
We weren't getting power to the ECU, and we still aren't getting it, so chasing some gremlins right now.
Some grounds and power.
Yep. I mean, it's a new setup, so bound to run into issues.
But you got all the
blowing fuses.
Yeah.
It's blowing fuses.
Yeah.
What's that? Hey, see you later.
Oh shit.
It drives by itself.
It wants to get out of the shop. It's like killing me. No, we'll get it.
It's close though.
It's all new. Like, I've never messed with Haltech or anything like that, so like, as far as all the wiring and stuff like that goes.
Oh, what is this one? A Haltech Elite?
Yeah, 1500. So.
Yeah, but you got all the injectors done and all the sensors plugged in. Everything's ready to go once you power it up.
Front primed and stuff today.
Yeah, we put fuel in it earlier and primed up. No leaks.
Yep.
So it's just ready to fire up once you get the ECU figured out.
Yep. Brent will help me out with that.
Yeah, he's been really busy today as well, getting his coal truck running. So we just got a lot going on, but we're going to get back here bright and early tomorrow, and I'm just going to continue to knock the cage out on Hondaru while he does other stuff up there. And then Emilio might also be changing the transmission in the Prelude for me while I do the cage. We'll just see what we got going on. I'm hoping I can have the cage mostly done by tomorrow. That's my goal, so then we can focus on everything else, focus on the Prelude. Like, there's a lot of little things to get done, and we always leave it to the last minute.
Yeah.
But it's like what motivates us to do it. Like, once we have an event coming up, then we finally knock them out. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow and continue from there.
More for tonight.
What a day, guys. We are going home for tonight. It is about 1 in the morning, and we got a lot done on Hondaru's roll cage. So like I said at the beginning of filming yesterday, we probably didn't get too much footage. I know Emilio was grabbing the camera every now and then trying to get some clips, but just went right into it, and we are pretty close to being done with this thing. The last thing we need to do now is get our door bars ran, and then we need 2 D-bars for the main hoop, and then we're going to be tying those into the tunnel right here, get some plate on the tunnel. But the basic outline of the cage is completely done, and it is looking really good. We got all the floor plates at least tacked into place where they need to be. We got our back bars right here. Those guys go to this bar, and then we got plate on the shock towers back there. That's all welded up. And yeah, that's where we're at for today. Yesterday we spent, you know, maybe half of the day actually working on this thing because we were running around getting some more parts. Like the day before, we had to get the plug for the welders. We were looking for fittings and bolts, and Emilio was trying to find stuff for the coolant. We're waiting on a part to come in that should hopefully be here tomorrow for this block off right here. That's why the intake's not on. Then we can get the coolant done. We went and got some fittings for the turbo. We got our feed, and then we have the line. We just gotta put it on. The return just needs tightened, but the fitting is on and ready to go. And then we also need to do a downpipe for this thing, but we got a whole bunch done. The cage is looking really nice. I know Emilio's really happy with it as well.
I like how tucked it is.
Yeah, came out really good. So like I said, not completely done with it, but yeah, that's where we're at on this thing. We're just trying to see if we can make it to Cletus and cars. So sorry if the video wasn't very in depth, but you guys have seen the process several times, so you get the idea. But yeah, Hondaru has a roll cage now. just not completely done yet. We will be coming back tomorrow to get that done. I still probably have another couple hours, I'd say, at least, in welding and getting those other bars ran. And hopefully we can have this thing done. And then we didn't get a chance to get to the Prelude today, but I think we're gonna start on that tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll start on that.
Yeah, because I mean, we just have tomorrow and then a little bit of Wednesday, and then we have to be ready to go. So hopefully we don't run into too many issues. I know they're trying to get the all-wheel drive dyno up and going by tomorrow or Wednesday, so we can get this thing on there. Brent has some customer cars that need done by Wednesday as well. So we got a lot going on, but we made a whole bunch of progress on this thing. I'm honestly really impressed that we got this far today. I mean,
it's like almost done already.
yeah, look at that thing. Hondaru has a cage now. It came out really good.
Yeah, it came out really good.
And this was the first full day we had to actually work on it.
Yeah.
This was our first full day. We have like maybe 2 days total into it because we had a half day, then another half day, and then today of really working on it. And then before that, we just only had the main hoop bent. So I'm really, really happy with that. But like I said, guys, it is late, so I think we're heading out of here. No, Amelia wants to sit in there real quick and test fit it. He wanted to check
Put
his...
the stock seat in there, but it's just, that seat's so thick that it just pushes me so far forward. But once you put the Kirky in there, it's like, I think it's like the perfect seat for it.
Yeah, I think he wanted to go grab his helmet real quick and test that out. So we'll do that in a second, and then we're gonna head out, and then we'll be back tomorrow. How's it fit?
It's perfect.
Yeah, I got plenty of headroom now.
Yeah, like I was telling Kyle since the beginning, I'm like, I just don't want this to be touching my helmet or this to be in the way of my sight. And it's like, it's so tucked, it's perfect. Like I mean, the seat's gonna come up a little bit, but I still have so much room.
Yeah, it looks good in there.
It feels good. It feels roomy. I don't feel like it's like too small. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Perfect, dude.
Well, guys, we are getting out of here for tonight. Really happy we got the welders up and going. These things are working awesome. I forgot to mention them. Literally, they work just as good as my Miller Dynasty, at least the TIG welder does. And then the MIG welder, as you guys may or may not have known, I had a Harbor Freight MIG welder, and that thing sucks. So this thing is 1,000 times better than my old MIG welder. And these things work great. I got the old Dynasty over there, but that's gonna be going back to my house. I actually brought it back over because we didn't find that plug, and I was about to just have to plug my Dynasty back in to get these welds all knocked out, but luckily we got the plug, so don't need the Miller anymore. These things work awesome. Got those up and going, and yeah, I think that's about it. We got to get the cars back in. Got Roman's car outside. He was not here today. He was here yesterday working on it, but I guess he had work today, so he couldn't get to his car. They're still trying to chase some wiring issues on the Grinch. But we're gonna get Hondaru back up on the lift, push Roman's car underneath, get the Prelude inside for the night, and then we'll be back tomorrow, call it a day, and just keep going from there. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. As always, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.